Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are the staff of Team Muse. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, or at least that's what we were taught to believe. However, today's beauty industry has changed this idea with its glossy magazines and dramatic advertisements.
For the youth and young adult audience, this disparity between being your true self and being the self that the world wants to see is causing tension. Factor in the heavy use of social media, ever-changing trends and new treatments, and yayas are starting to unravel at the seams.
The pressures yayas are facing go far beneath the surface. Today, we will take you through the yaya experience with the beauty and personal care industry through our magazine, Undone, so you can understand exactly how yayas feel.
Beauty magazines may keep us up to date on all the latest trends, but they also enforce some pretty unattainable beauty standards. Behind those glossy, perfected pages is a hypercritical editor, picking at the flaws of picture-perfect models to the point where our yayas are starting to become insecure shells of themselves.
What goes on behind the perfect picture, complete with the perfect smile, hair, and makeup? It's a harsh critique on individuals and society, as our yayas feel ridiculed, flawed, and undone.
Let's flip to the first section and see where this insecurity forms, complete with comments from the editor. We'll start with the basics, standard of beauty.
This just in. Small waist, full lips, and a bright smile. It's easy, isn't it?
When it comes to the current standard of beauty, YAYA individuals internalize countless pressures, most of which revolve around presenting a perfect outward appearance based on what others think is attractive or beautiful.
The compulsion to have a smaller waist, fuller lips, longer hair, and a brighter smile leaves yayas feeling overwhelmed to keep up with societal demands, as 50% say they are stressed when participating in the beauty industry.
59% of yayas feel like they are never going to fit into the ideal beauty look. When looking in the mirror, yayas face a battle between addressing their insecurities and the anguish that comes from constantly conforming to standards of beauty. They feel undone.
To fit this ideal societal standard of beauty, yayas feel pressured to slim down and shape up.
From our secondary research, we found that the YAYA demographic is more concerned about their weight and losing weight than previous generations, as 61% of yayas prioritize weight management.
Additionally, yayas are looking beyond diets and working out, with 34% saying they have taken prescribed medication and 43% saying they have taken vitamin supplements for weight management purposes.
Marketers should ensure that they are working to empower their consumers rather than encouraging them to fit society's ideal standard of beauty.
Billy's 10 Things I Hate About Body Care campaign is an example of a brand doing good for their consumers by creating a video to help usher in a new era of body care that resonates with yayas.
Marketers should work to create messaging to resonate with overwhelmed yayas, while also showing heart and empathy. Constantly trying to keep up with the newest trends to look a certain way is exhausting.
You know what else is exhausting? Trying to enter a new territory. The men's aisle is in need of some TLC.
YAYA men believe that the beauty and personal care industry caters to women in everything, from marketing to standards to product variety. But men still feel the same pressures from the industry. YAYA men are looking for an end, but they are overwhelmed by the various segments within the market.
64% of YAYA men use personal care products as part of their daily routine, so it's apparent they are already interested.
Men want brands to represent them, with 66% preferring to purchase beauty and personal care brands they can relate to. Additionally, we were surprised to find that 60% of YAYA men want makeup and skincare packaging to be gendered.
Marketers are missing out on a huge segment of the audience if they are not appealing directly to men, as 40% of YAYA men wear makeup for special occasions, 36% wear makeup every day, and 45% would consider using makeup in the future.
YAYA men are frustrated with the lack of product offerings that are made for and targeted to them.
Marketers should put effort behind the functional and technical benefits of personal care products that men can connect with. Leave behind the hypermasculinity and transition to promoting influential sources of positive male representation.
A great example of this is from CeraVe. The brand, which is ranked #1 on the list of Gen Z's top skincare brands, recently collaborated with Michael Cera to bridge the gap between men and women in the industry.
YAYA consumers are unconvinced by brands' attempts at marketing authenticity. That brings us to our next headline. It's 2024. What even is authentic anymore? Yayas are predisposed to judging a brand's efforts as ingenuine or a money grab.
Authenticity can be seen through representation, which is what yayas want to see. It's probably no surprise that 70% of yayas appreciate skincare or beauty brands that showcase diversity, featuring a range of skin tones, types, and concerns. Brands are falling short if they don't meet the standard.
Additionally, yayas are less likely to purchase products from brands that promote unrealistic images, as 73% of yayas claim sponsored posts seem fake, and 74% believe advertisements are only authentic if they show achievable results.
YAYA consumers feel stuck in the middle into buying what brands say they represent and how they show it. They can see right through advertisements that are only trying to target them for their money. Yet, there still is a way to reach yayas that is authentic.
A good example of an authentic brand is Rare Beauty, with an inclusive shade range and an emphasis on mental health initiatives. Their social initiative, the Rare Impact Fund, takes a stance to address their consumers outside of the beauty aisle.
While authenticity is needed, we also need to look at what hinders it: overconsumption, leading us into our next headline: exposing the true cost of beauty overconsumption. Clearly, the concept of overconsumption is important to yayas when purchasing in this industry. The more our yayas divulge into the beauty and personal care industry, the stronger the emotional turmoil gets.
About 57% of yayas claim that buying the newest beauty and personal care products makes them happy, but 54% are embarrassed by the number of products they've bought and didn't use.
From our survey, we found that 60% of yayas spend more than $50 a month, while 20% spend at least $100 to $150 a month, and 11% spend at least $151 to $200 a month.
Much of this overconsumption is due to influencers and PR hauls. YAYA consumers feel enormous pressure to buy into elaborate routines and constant stress of product influencing, with 58% agreeing shopping hauls are a gross display of consumerism.
Yayas want to be freed from the cycle, and the beauty and personal care industry can help.
Brands can earn respect, loyalty, and the precious dollars of YAYA consumers by creating meaningful, practical partnerships with experts in the industry and product lines that focus on quality over quantity.
What Not to Do, featuring the infamous and ever so scandalous 2024 Tarte Bora Bora trip. Although Tarte Cosmetics positions the annual trip as a way to build buzz within the cosmetic industry, many consumers continuously critique the brand's promotion as glamorizing overconsumption.
Aging is something that is inevitable, but can it be prevented? Yayas think so. Is 40 the new 22, or is 18 the new 70?
YAYA consumers enter adulthood with a fear of aging already instilled within them. Their drive to defy time and maintain youthful appearance has led to an anti-aging obsession that the beauty and personal care industry caters to.
58% of yayas want to prevent themselves from aging. Because of this, some resort to creams, serums, and treatments to tighten, lift, and brighten their already youthful complexions.
You might be surprised to hear that 44% of yayas are using products to prevent aging and wrinkles, and 42% believe that if they use these anti-aging products, they can prevent themselves from aging.
Given the fear yayas have with the idea of aging, beauty and personal care brands should be a friend to YAYA consumers and educate them on the positive and negative effects of using retinol and other active ingredients, especially at this point in their youth.
Brands should focus on fostering continued loyalty with yayas by recommending alternative products that fit their individual needs. For example, Kiehl's has reached best friend status by proudly emphasizing ingredient awareness with their We Skin Care About You campaign.
Yayas are no strangers to editing themselves. Let's call it Facetune to facelift. Being introduced to this process at such a young age has normalized the act.
Now, social platforms and influencers are not only encouraging virtual edits, but normalizing real-life alterations.
42% of yayas claim social media is contributing to their growing interest in plastic surgery and injectables.
Additionally, 41% agree that it's natural for people their age to get plastic surgery or use Botox and fillers, while 40% have had either teeth whitening, breast augmentation and/or reduction, or lip injections.
Oftentimes, these cosmetic procedures are costly, which is inhibiting yayas from getting them. However, 60% of yayas claim they would try laser hair removal, teeth whitening, breast augmentation, and rhinoplasty if money wasn't an issue.
YAYA individuals don't view cosmetic procedures as the taboo topic that previous generations once did. They crave transparency in results and are dissuaded when brands or personalities aren't upfront with them.
Marketers who understand this change in mindset can become allies to YAYA consumers, offering clear product information that boosts their self-assurance.
One example that displays this idea is plastic surgeon Dr. Miami. Although untraditional in his marketing efforts, Dr. Miami brings awareness and acceptance to cosmetic procedures in a funny way through TikTok.
While we are at the end of Undone the magazine, there are still more edits needed to create the changes in the industry that yayas are looking for.
Marketers should prioritize empowering YAYA men and women with a genuine understanding that yayas want authenticity first. The bottom line is that yayas want to purchase from trusted brands, brands that help them increase their self-confidence.
We appreciate everyone joining us today as we showcased how the beauty and personal care industry unravels YAYAs, making them feel completely and utterly undone. On behalf of all of us at Mojo Ad, thank you.